Tommy Vassetti? Shit. Didn't think they'd ever let him out.
I poked my head out of the gutter for 1 freaking second and fate shovels shit in my face.
Go get some sleep.
What are you gonna do?
I'll drop by your office tomorrow and we can start sorting this mess out.
We interrupt your programming with a message from the State Department. All bridges and some roads in the vice...
People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls.
I thought...
I just don't wanna stop. Gringo, pizza. Hey, slime ball, move it. You getting square in my face?
Now that's a woman.
Suspect on foot.
You better believe it, baby.
Suspect 10, 54, North, Washington Beach.
You know you want it.
Yo, get out my set, son.
Yo!
Come on, son.
You get fast, okay?
Kill you for this.
The signs say no standing.
At least I don't own this piece of crap.
Oh, wild. Oh no, that's dreadful!
You don't think...
This Rotterdam 31, northwest 5 point. This Rotterdam 28, northwest 5 point. This Rotterdam 37, northwest 5 point. Suspect last seen in a red 4 car. Respond to Rotterdam 34, west 5 point.
You're gonna lick my butt in about 2 minutes.
Rotterdam 34, west 5 point.
Save your breath. Give up.
He's mine. I got him.
Respond to Rotterdam 34, west 5 point. Rotterdam 21, south 5 point. This is Rotterdam 21, south 5 point. Suspect on foot. Rotterdam 24, south 5 point. Respond to Rotterdam 24, south 5 point. Rotterdam 21, southwest Washington Beach.
He's out of control. Captain. I'll drag him out by his feet.
Something to eat. I'm starving.
Rotterdam 51, southwest Washington Beach.
You're under arrest.
Suspect on foot.
You obstructing me? I'll need to see your license.
Yo, watch where you going, brother.
Why can't you see me down here?
Don't run away from me!
Tommy Vercetti is an innocent man.
I need the money.
Mommy didn't teach you any good manners?
Dip in the hooch and hug.
Go run your mom over!
Suspect was seen north Mozambique. Sedan 34 West Mozambique. Sedan 34 Northwest Mozambique. Respond to Sedan 34 West Washington Beach. Suspect in a flash tank. Protect 1024 North Washington Beach. Protect 1019 Central Washington Beach. 1024 Central Washington Beach. Protect 1024 Central Mozambique. Suspect was seen North Mozambique. Protect 1024 West Mozambique. Suspect was seen in a flash tank. To advance 34 Central Mozambique. South Washington Beach. Sedan 34 South Washington Beach. Sedan 34 Central Washington Beach. Track, Washington Beach. From the 10, 19 North, Ocean Beach. Respond to a 10, 34 North, Ocean Beach. Respond to a 10, 37 North, Ocean Beach. There is a 10, 31 North, Ocean Beach. There is a 10, 28 North, Ocean Beach. Terminal, flat, tank. Northwest Ocean Beach. What are you doing? For the 10, 51 Northwest Ocean Beach. Respond to a 10, 19 Northwest Ocean Beach. For the 10, 34 Northwest Ocean Beach. For the 10, 34 Northwest Ocean Beach. For the 10, 34 Northwest Ocean Beach. Southwest Washington Beach. Respond to a 10-34 Southwest Washington Beach. For the 10-1 Southwest Washington Beach. There is a 10-19 Southwest Washington Beach. Southwest Washington Beach. To a 10-34 West Washington Beach. Northwest Ocean Beach. Terminal, flat, tank. To a 10-34 North Ocean Beach. There is a 10-1 North Ocean Beach. Northwest Ocean Beach. For the 10-34 Southwest Washington Beach. The 10-34 Southwest Washington Beach. West Washington Beach. For the 10-19 Southwest Washington Beach. For the 10-34 Southwest Washington Beach. West Ocean Beach. Respond to a 10-19 Southwest Washington Beach. For the 10-34 South Washington Beach. South, what is copy? Suspect now, flash gun. Respond to attempt 51 North Mozambique. Respond to attempt 58 North Mozambique. There is attempt 37 North Mozambique. This is for attempt 34 North Mozambique.
Hit me.
He's in more freaking...
Japanese folklore is home to many fantastic legends and mythical creatures. Beasts such as dragons, spirits like ghosts and demons, and all manner of goblins and trolls are all mainstays in Japanese culture. Their renown as an otherworldly land makes it a no-brainer that several strange creatures have been spotted there. The exotic island has also been home to many pop culture icons like Godzilla and Samara from the Ring films. Check out this list of 5 mysterious creatures caught in Japan. Let's begin. Number 5. Megamouth Shark. A rare megamouth shark was captured in the city of Shizuoka, Japan. The mysterious creature was dissected in a public setting so that scientists could discover more about the species that had very little information known about it. The 13-foot female shark had a distinct physical appearance. It had a large bulbous head and a huge mouth. It gives a whole new meaning to the name Jaws. The animal was only the 58th shark of its species to ever be captured and examined. It's so uncommon that an entirely new family, genus, and species had to be created to classify it. Number 4. Tsunami Spirit Animal. A ghostly creature was seen emerging from the waves of a flood caused by a tsunami in a city in Japan. The creature appeared to materialize out of thin air and climb up on the roof of a nearby building before disappearing again. It appears again at a higher point on the other side of the roof and bounce from one building to the next. Some have tried to debunk this occurrence as nothing more than a gas canister expelling its contents, but many believe that the animal is a spiritual manifestation. What do you think? Number 3. Giant Squid. A giant squid was seen swimming in Toyama Bay on Japanese northeastern coast. The huge invertebrate was affectionately named Heck and measured to an astounding 12 feet. The giant squid is often regarded as one of the last mysteries of the ocean. They inhabit underwater territories that are extremely hostile to humans and have been unexplored. The squid was guided back to his home waters by a diver who also got the chance to snap a few pictures. Such a magnificent and strange animal makes a strong case for the existence of Pokemon. Number 2. Coconut Crabs. With a name like Coconut, this crab probably isn't gonna strike fear into anyone upon first hearing it. However, once you see its size and hear how it got its namesake, you're sure to change your tune. The coconut crab is the largest land-living arthropod as well as the largest living invertebrate. The shelled behemoth is also packing enough strength in its claws to crack open a coconut with ease. Their leg span can reach up to 3 feet. It's no wonder they don't have any natural predators other than humans and themselves. Number 1. Giant salamanders. Japan really has a lot of oversized animals roaming around. The giant salamander isn't all that different from the everyday variety, with the exception of being able to reach lengths of nearly 6 feet long. They're just as slippery and covered in a protective slime that helps them defend against scrapes and being latched onto by parasites. They're pretty slow and harmless outside of water, but once they're submerged, be prepared for an agile adversary too slick to grab hold to. This is one of the most mysterious creatures, as well as one of the grossest. And there, you have 5 most mysterious creatures caught in Japan. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like and share it, and if you haven't already, subscribe down below to get notified almost every Since the mid-1600s, there have been numerous documented instances where people claim to have seen UFOs and aliens walking amongst us on Earth. While many people remain skeptical about the idea, the possibility of having been visited by alien life forms seems a little less crazy if you factor in places like the ever-mysterious Area 51 or extensive government studies such as Project Blue Book. Whether you're a die-hard believer or a stout cynic, every day, hundreds of people claim to have seen aliens with their own 2 eyes. Here are 5 compelling videos where these otherworldly creatures have been caught on camera. Let's begin. Number 5. Alien in the Cemetery. In December of 2005, an individual was walking through what appears to be a historical cemetery, filming the antiquated headstones. This individual failed to notice anything at the time of filming and only later realized something was amiss when he reviewed the footage at his house. A small, alien-like creature appears from behind a large tombstone, clearly curious about the man. His grayish-brown skin nearly blends perfectly with the tombstone, so it's easy to see how the man could have missed this miraculous sighting at the time it occurred. Number 4. The Creature on the Roof. This video is from a remote village in Mexico. In 2015, a man heard strange noises coming from outside his house. Both scared and curious, the man decided to grab his video camera before he walked outside to investigate. Hearing something rustling through the foliage beyond, the man zooms in with the camera. Unfortunately, a strange, high-pitched squealing behind him makes the man realize he's been looking in the wrong place. As he turns, a tall, slender, alien-like creature can be spotted on his roof, staring down at him. The creature flees after a few moments, and the man is smart enough not to pursue it. Number 3. Sighting at Area 51. Over the years, many tourists and X-File enthusiasts have flocked to the borders of Area 51, hoping to catch a glimpse of something out of this world. In this video, 3 college-aged guys have taken a road trip to this now notorious location in Lincoln County, Nevada. The guys walk around the border of the facility and film the now iconic warning signs that line the area. After speaking with a fellow group of tourists, the young man holding and speaking into the camera turns back toward the car and is shocked to see an unidentified creature walking across the road. 3 guys begin to freak out and flee back to the car, but the strange creature seemed to have disappeared altogether. Number 2. Road trip gone wrong. Little is known about the origins of this footage except that it was recently filmed. A group of guys are filming their journey down a road when somebody off camera claims to have seen something strange while traveling under an overpass. One of the group members grabs the camera and they walk across the road. There, hiding behind a large concrete pillar, is a strange-looking creature that makes an eerie, high-pitched noise when they attempt to approach it. Seeing the creature pop his head out once more, the guys quickly retreat out of fear. Number 1. A nighttime stroll. In April of 2011, a young Australian man decided to film his cat while it roams around on his back porch. After the cat saunters off, the young man notices something odd in the distant reeds. Zooming in, he's shocked to see an alien observing him from several yards away. Once the Australian realizes what he's looking at, he freaks out, like anyone in their right mind would. And there, you have 5 aliens caught on camera and spotted in real life. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like and share it, and if you haven't already, subscribe down below to get notified almost every single day with new videos from Top 5's finest. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, we are out. Mermaids have captured our imaginations for centuries. Tales and legends alluding to mermaid sightings have been passed down throughout the ages, with many still being recounted today. With all the evidence, it's hard to state that mermaids don't exist. Many people who have seen these creatures aren't particularly superstitious and are, by all other accounts, reasonable and rational. We searched through extensive eyewitness testimony to bring you 5 mermaids that might exist in real life. Let's begin. Number 5. Manatee mistakes. It would be hard to cover mermaid sightings without first mentioning the plethora of mistaken sightings and accounts throughout history. While these creatures aren't mermaids per se, the fact that many people once believed exactly that earns them an honorable mention on our list. They exhibit all the legendary characteristics of mermaids, assuming that sailors had been provided enough grog prior to their encounters, which they probably had in some cases. Manatees are also known to be drawn to boats, which helps explain the mistake. The only problem is, well, they aren't mermaids. Too bad the real deal has been discredited with a few mere manatee sightings. Number 4. Mermaiding communities. Further, humans now claim mermaid status. A documentary entitled Mermaids, shown at the Toronto's Hot Docs International Documentary Festival, claims we all have the capacity to be mermaids. Like the vampire culture covered by Vice a few years ago, some have immersed themselves in mermaid culture as modern-day mermaids. For most who engage in mermaiding, the surprisingly large community gives them a way to cope with personal issues and adopt an alter ego that makes them happy. This growing subculture, while supposedly therapeutic and meaningful, is definitely strange and difficult for most of us to wrap our heads around. Whether or not we see these people as real mermaids, the fact that they feel such a strong connection to their character does speak to the power that mermaid legends still exert today. Number 3. Zimbabwe Reservoir Sighting. This sighting in Zimbabwe has support from the highest annals of the Zimbabwean government. Workers in 2012 suddenly stopped working on a reservoir, refusing to return to work after fleeing the area in a panic. They told officials about a miraculous sight involving mermaids in the waters. The government then hired foreigners to come in and complete the work. When they too refused to return after being pestered by mermaids, the Water Resource Minister, Samuel Nkomo, admitted that mermaids had also been found in nearby reservoirs. To appease the spirits, it was decided that an offering of traditional local beer be given to the mermaids. This seemed to have worked, with no further reports of anyone being bothered by mermaids before the completion of the reservoir. Number 2. The Kai Man. Locals in the area surrounding the Buffelsjags River at Surbrock of a strange creature on the shore have captured the attention of the world since Live Science published an article that recounts one of these miraculous sightings. According to eyewitness testimony, back in 2009, a group of friends stumbled upon a woman lying on the beach who, when approached, darted quickly into the water. Everyone in the group was amazed when they saw she had a very distinct tail. No footage was captured until a video surfaced in 2013 that provides some pretty convincing evidence to support the local legend. It shows something on a rock at the edge of a cliff that suddenly slips back into the water after noticing the hikers with their camera. And there, you have 5 mermaids that might exist in real life. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you Shark. This image is the only remaining evidence of such a video. The incident occurred in Asia. Fishermen caught a shark, which is considered a delicacy in the region, and when they opened the shark up to begin processing it, they find this strange, almost humanoid protrusion within. While the video is no longer available, some have argued that the image is a hoax. It's impossible to know for sure until the fisherman who captured the shark steps forward. The video may have existed but been buried by the powers that be. Number 3. Archaeological mermaid skeleton. This mermaid skeleton lies in the National Museum of Denmark. This skeleton was allegedly found by a farmer who discovered the skeletal remains of a mermaid while plowing his field. Many of the world's greatest historical cryptoarchaeological finds have been discovered under similar circumstances, buried just under someone's property. Mermaid skeletons have been discovered before and presented for display, though this may be the first and only mermaid skeleton displayed in such a prestigious national museum. One of the most famous examples of mermaid remains is the Fiji mermaid, a purported hoax allegedly created by taxidermying the remains of a fish and a monkey. Some have claimed this skeleton is another such hoax, but some have argued that this video is a hoax created with computers, though there are certainly more obvious doctored videos that most people believe. Number 1. Real mermaids on coast of California. This video, recorded in California, allegedly captures a mermaid doing what mermaids are known to do, just hanging out. While the video resolution is a bit fuzzy, you can clearly make out the creature in the video. When the video begins, it's sitting on a beach, casually waving its tail, perhaps resting after a long journey or just enjoying the rays of sun. The creature then dives into the water. After diving, it then breaches the water and you can clearly see its humanoid torso and head. This mermaid does not share the typical human appearance that most mermaids are reported as having. Its body seems to be a grayish color and its head lacks hair, reflecting a possibly more fish-like quality than the romantic image that people often think of when they think of mermaids. And there, you have 5 mermaids caught on camera and spotted in real life. If you enjoyed the video, we are out. experienced inexplicable light issues while working at the school. The paranormal activity was confirmed when a closed-circuit security system was put into place, a system that caught a vast range of strange activity while the student body was on holiday break. In the video, lights flicker on and off in multiple locations of the school at once. If that isn't bad enough, a misty apparition can be seen hovering near a wall before disappearing and reappearing again from a bathroom. While some argue that the flickering lights may be the cause of some faulty wiring, it seems incredibly odd and creepy that the lights seem to flicker off every time the apparition moves around the hall. Paranormal investigators theorize that the paranormal activity goes where it suddenly appeared in one of the hallways of the school, gliding a few feet off the floor. Those who saw